This is a second instructional video. This task is going to be a little bit more complex. Repository for images is currently a WordPress website at on sites.suffolk.edu. Let me share the screen of an image. Okay, so we have the detail of a plaque that in the church itself is on the ground floor along the west wall. And what happens when you upload images to sites.suffolk.edu, they get reformatted to a smaller set of pixel dimensions. So this image, the original one, was much larger than that. It gets changed to 185K size image. The original one, however, is something on the order of 20 or 30 megabytes. So I'm going to show that image. And what we are going to do, that is number 279. I'm going to share a different screen with the original source and show, sort of what remedy we may have to get a larger, a better quality image there. So let's go to screen 3 here. Okay, so the image is 16 megabytes. So there's a lot of information there that we want that gets purged when you're uploading the sites.suffolk.edu. However, if I take the source image and open with Photoshop, what I can do is zoom in on the source. So really all I need is the plaque itself. So I'm going to try to trick the sites. There's so much data here that it's possible I could store this as well. Let's adjust it for the skew. So let's see if we can do that. Let's select an area around the image. Edit, transform, and skew. So what am I going to try? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to take the corners of the image. There's a lot of data here. And present it as if I were looking at it orthographically. Now I'm not going to be terribly completely careful with this. I'm going to be careful enough so that we can just demonstrate what we can do. Now I'm going to crop the result. Right? So imagine that you worked terribly hard with this and you get it to be purely orthographic. Now I'm going to go to image size. And we discover that the pixel dimension is 3,300 square almost. I'm not going to change that. Maybe it's saved. in a way, it's positive to. This time I'm going to select round polygonal lasso. I'm just going to select the entire. And now let's skew that so that we have a seemingly orthographic. So, edit, transform, skew. That. We want to taper a bit at the bottom. The top, you could set some guides here. We show rulers. Let's set some guides as sort of targets. The orthographic projection. Looks like vertically the edges are okay. Let's see if we can adjust. There. And there. That's pretty good. Enter. Let's save this before something happens. Let's save as work file. And we'll save as a Photoshop file. High quality. Okay. Let's see if we can copy that information. Now it's going to take it right from the background, create a new image using the clipboard. So that's a 3300 wide. Okay, that's a bit more larger. So what we can draw into what's besides Suffolk .edu is a maximum of 1920 pixels wide. So the properties of this image in terms of size, image size. So we've got 2,700 square, more or less, pixels. Save as. JPEG. Let's just call this the steeple. A large quality image. Now we're going to go back to Suffolk, sites.suffolk.edu. Starting new. Sure. I think this is Now I'm going to share the screen. We're going to compare the results. Here, okay, so this file is 1920 by 1280 pixels. Let's upload the alternate to that. Select files to upload. Go back into that folder. That result. Open it. And let's examine that now. Pretty good. So what does it do? It resizes it to 1920 pixels, which is apparently the widest possible dimension that site/suffix LED. Let's copy the URL to the clipboard. Okay. Now I'm going to share the original screen where I'm working. Okay, so we don't need Photoshop anymore. We want to go back to Matterport and go to where that plaque lives so that we can matter tag it. It just means matter tag as a verb. I think it is here somewhere. So the 3D model, that could be it. So here's an example of an otherwise illegible, what is this? That's it, that's it. So this would otherwise be slightly illegible. Now I'm going to tag it. And substitute the image that I created. Copying the URL to the clipboard, pasting it into the matter tag URL media indicator. And now let's add the subscription code, description of that file. Description. Close up photograph of the people. Black. Can't type in any carriage returns here. That's somewhat annoying. So I'm adding extra space to this. And I hope, I don't know how many people on the team are familiar with Photoshop, but this is something that many of my students are able to do. Hopefully we can done. quit out of this and save it. Publish that. So let's go to preview. So the advantage of why would we do stuff like that? Because that would make visible stuff that is otherwise not terribly legible in the 3D model. So I navigate over, let's say I walk over to where that clock is. I can't quite see it, right? And then if I go here, I can't quite see it here either. But now that I have that image, I can maximize that and look at it up close. I can inspect it up close. Okay, so that is rather lengthy, but that's going to be an important aspect of what we do, of how we can maximize, leverage this wonderful set of visual assets that we